So this is Pawan from MGMITtraining. So before I move ahead into the session or this demo session, so please save my WhatsApp number, guys. Otherwise, you may miss notifications from me. So please save our WhatsApp number and please follow our Instagram page, guys. So we are sharing a lot of openings, PT opportunities, guys. Not only performance testing, so we are sharing other openings as well, whatever we are coming across and which we feel beneficial for those who are in job search, IT job search. So we are sharing all those on our Insta page. Please follow our Insta page. So this is the Instagram handle, guys. Okay. So MGMITtraining. This is the Insta handle. So and please save our WhatsApp number. Okay. So we have Sham also with us right now. Welcome, Sham. So Sham is having like 18 years of IT experience and working professional, still working. Is having rich IT experience, which includes, around 10 years of on-site experience as well. Right, Sham? Is it 10
Yes.
years or?
Yeah, more than 9.5 years, so close to 10.
Okay.
And make it
Prashant,
19 years.
okay. So there is a message from Prashant saying that screen is not visible. Guys, can you please confirm if my screen is visible or not?
At least to me
Yes,
it
the
is.
screen is
It's
visible.
visible.
Thumbs up
Yeah,
is
it's visible.
And are you able to see my? I'm moving from one slide to another slide. Are you able to see that? Are you?
Yeah, fine.
Yes, we can. Yes, everything.
yes.
Can you also please do one help to me? So can you please go to speedtest.net and check your internet connection quality, Prashant particularly. So go to speedtest.net and this ping time. Check the ping time. So ping time is nothing but reaction time. So with it, the lower it is, the faster your screen refresh rate will be. So this should be in milliseconds, right? So my internet speed, quality is very good, I can say, because ping time is 5 milliseconds hardly, right? So the lower it is, it should be this ping time should be single digit or lower double digit. Clear, guys? So can you please check your internet connection quality, guys, whenever you join any meeting, not only this one. So please check this once. Okay. And please install this app on your mobile as well if anyone is joining through mobile data. Right. And this value is important. They should be in lower single digit or lower double digit. All right. Okay. So we are providing both online and offline training, guys. And I'll go to what are the courses we are offering. So before that, congrats and thanks and congrats for choosing performance testing as a career, because performance testing is low coding or no coding and high package IT career, right? As most of you already know. How much high is that? We'll discuss it. Okay. So what are the starting packages, how much high it can be, right? We'll discuss that. I'll explain that in some of the previous demo sessions as well. Guys, there is some background noise from few of the participants. I had muted everyone. So if you want to speak something or ask something, so please, like you can press and hold the space bar on your keyboard to temporarily unmute yourself. Guys, 1 second. Some people, I got a ping from in WhatsApp saying that they are unable to join the meeting. Let me quickly share the meeting ID. Maybe like they got a wrong meeting ID or something. So please give me a moment. Let me pause recording for a moment, guys. So this is the meeting ID that you had joined, right, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Oh, is recording still in progress? All right. Yeah. So This is our offline training in Amirpet. This is the venue, or this is our classroom, guys. For those who opt for classroom training, and this is our Madhapur classroom. So right now, we don't have a batch in Madhapur, but like we are, we'll resume it soon in Madhapur. So this is our Madhapur training room. All right. And yeah, I'll come to these unique features of our training. And before that, let me go to the let me explain. Take you through the different courses that we are offering. So these are the different courses that we are offering currently. So we are specialized in performance testing and engineering with the 100% placement assurance, right? And these are the different courses that we are offering. So we are offering, live training on JMeter, BlazeMeter, SAS, LoadRunner, Splunk, Dynatrace, and NeoLoad. So right, we do have current batches for these four as of now, right? So Sham will be the trainer for this batch, and these, I had mentioned the timings here. So these are the tentative timings for this batch, 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. IST would be the tentative timings for this LoadRunner Dynatrace morning batch, guys. Okay. So this is March 2025 batch. This is the first session by Sham sir. All right. So let me quickly clear the drawings. And we are running another batch, for JMeter and BlazeMeter SAS. Let me quickly show that batch tracker as well. Yeah. So this is the current JMeter batch. Timings will be 10 to 11 a.m. IST. So we are, most of you joined demo sessions, and where I had covered performance testing fundamentals, right? And those who joined from today only, so please go through the recorded sessions. Or we have a playlist URL available. All these sessions are available as free demo sessions on my YouTube channel, right? So this batch was started in mid of Feb, if I am not correct. Yeah, 17th Feb, and we had a demo, and then I had covered some. So here you can see what concept was covered on each day, and the session duration and all, right? Okay. So all these sessions are available as recorded sessions on my YouTube channel. So most of you might have, most of you should have already watched those recorded sessions. So if not, I'll share the playlist URL. So please go through that if you want to continue in this batch, right? So, and most of you are already working. Some of you are already working in performance testing. Few of you, not everyone. So few, not most of you, but few of you are already working in performance testing. So these are the fundamental concepts which are covered in the last 10 days, guys. I'll take a pause here. Any queries? I'll share this playlist URL. Let me quickly share the playlist URL over here as well in the Zoom chat. Can you please check your Zoom chat? I'm sending a message. I'm posting that playlist URL. Can you please copy it and save it for yourself? All right. So let me go back to the PPT. Yeah. So these are the different courses that we are offering. So we are also offering. So we are into performance testing training from the past 6 years. We had recently completed 6 years and entered 7th year now. So as you see here, and then so we recently started automation testing. Where Selenium with Java, and Tosca. Yeah, I had mentioned Selenium here, and then Playwright. And we are also offering cybersecurity testing training. And these are the different, modules are, these are the different courses that we are offering under cybersecurity testing and cloud technologies, AWS, Azure, GCP, and data science. Under data science, we are offering big data, data analyst, and data engineering courses, right? So all these rest of the courses are, we are providing as online. However, for performance testing, we are providing both online and offline training for performance testing and 100% placement assurance. Okay. So you may ask me why, why can't we offer 100% placement assurance for other courses? So performance testing is as I mentioned before, let me repeat it. It is a low coding and no coding and high package ID. Of course, this is important. Low coding and no coding, that is important. And moreover, competition is very less in performance testing. That is another reason. One reason is it's a low coding or no coding career. Second reason is competition is very less, market demand is very high. In fact, there is a lot of resource crunch for performance testing engineers. As I see, LinkedIn, and we have multiple companies are conducting repeated drives. Almost Cognizant conducted 3 drives this in the last 1 month itself. Mindtree conducted 4 drives in the last 3 months, like from Jan onwards. From Jan onwards, Mindtree conducted 4 recruitment drives across all locations, Hyderabad, Bangalore, and other locations as well. So there is, in fact, there is huge resource crunch for performance testing units. Okay, so that is how we are able to and moreover, we are providing 100 hours training. That is the third reason. We are providing 100 hours training. We are into performance testing from the past 6 years, and we are having like above 80% success ratio with respect to placements in performance testing. Okay, right? Shall I move to the next slide or any queries, guys? And this is our offline institute address, guys. Amirpet Institute address. Okay, if anyone want to visit, or if anyone is close to Hyderabad, so please do visit our institute once. We'll have a quick assessment and we'll connect. We'll have a quick connect. All right. So please make a note of the address, or please take a screenshot, or else I had shared it in. I will share it in the WhatsApp group as well. Right. So for every batch, we are we are having a WhatsApp group, separate WhatsApp group, and this would be the WhatsApp group for this current batch case. Okay, March 20 LoadRunner Dynatrace, March 2025 morning batch, PT for performance testing, and please go through the WhatsApp group description once. You have the Zoom meeting ID and and all in the WhatsApp group. Timings and all mentioned in the WhatsApp group. I'll add the Zoom meeting ID. I think I missed it. And our link to the Instagram page was also mentioned in the WhatsApp group description. Right? So whenever you join any WhatsApp group or Telegram group, please go through the description. All right. Now, so let me go to the next step. Yeah. So can you please copy and save that playlist URL for yourself, guys, which I had posted in the Zoom chat? Can you please locate it, can you please locate it and copy it and save it for yourself? The playlist URL for the fundamental sessions, guys. Am I audible, guys?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes.
Now this is our social media presence. So we are maintaining a Facebook page and an Instagram and YouTube channel. So I had, I had already shown that. This is our Instagram page. MGMITTraining is the Insta handle name, and this is my YouTube channel. This is our YouTube channel, right? Which is having 14,000 subscribers approximately. We are close to another milestone of 14,000 subscribers, right? And we recently started Insta page, so that's why we are close to 1,000 followers on our Instagram page as well. So very soon we are hitting our next milestones. And now these are the testimonials or feedback shared by few of our previous batch students, only few of our previous batch students, right? So Google ratings, please go through our Google page, and Urban Pro, we are on Urban Pro, and as well as so you can see our testimonials or feedback from our previous batch students. Now one good news, like those who are attending demo session and those who can confirm your joining today will get these as today itself. This is for those who can confirm their joining today itself, and confirm in the sense you have to pay fees and join. Okay, right? So you will get all these as bonus topics: Jira, Confluence, GitHub, GenAI and ChatGPT, MySQL and DB tools, AWS masterclass. So these 6 will be the demos. These 6 will be the bonus concepts or bonus trainings for those who can confirm your joining today itself. Okay. Now let me quickly take you through some some updates on the IT job market. So you can see here, so we have been, see, I'll give you one simple example. So we are getting around, only for performance testing, we are getting 10 plus inquiries per day. That itself speaks the, how is the job market for performance testing at least, right? So last year I used to get only 2 to 3 inquiries per day. Now we are getting like 10 plus inquiries per day. And that itself speaks about the current job market. 1 second, guys. Just please give me a moment. Hello. Yeah. These are the hiring trends, guys. So IT sector hiring to witness 50 to 20% growth in job opportunities, as per some report. And this morning only, like I did a Google search and got this info. IT job market in 2025 is expected to see a sharp rebound and growth with key sectors like AI, cloud computing, and cybersecurity leading in a way. And we are providing training on all this. Along with performance testing, we are providing training in cloud computing and cybersecurity. And in all these courses, we are implementing or we are adopting AI to keep up pace with the current, industry trends. Am I audible? So can you please, confirm once?
Yes, Pawan.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, this is our training team. So technical training team. Sorry, guys, there is some typo here. Yeah, I'll update it later. So this is Pawan here, and she's our admin, and Sham is our load runner trainer. And like as I mentioned, that we are implementing or adapting AI in all our courses to enable our students, to keep updated with the industry trends. So we had engaged, he's my younger brother, Ravi Kumar, who is working for Meta right now, Reality Labs at Meta, and he's a from MTech graduate from IIT Kanpur. And these are, his previous, this is about his previous experience or various companies that he had worked till now, LinkedIn or Microsoft, Google, Amazon. And he's also having like 17 years of rich IT experience and, currently in US. So with this, I will close my introduction for today. And now let me hand over the floor to Sham for, load runner demo. Okay. So before I hand over the, floor, so please follow our Insta page and, subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on all notifications, because, like we are conducting some free trainings, for example, of course, for our students, for our, those who enrolled for any course. So we are providing some free trainings like AWS Masterclass, GitHub, etc. So last month, we had conducted one free session on GitHub actually, right? So we are offering these as free for our current and previous batch students. So however, if you want to receive updates on these free trainings, so please subscribe and turn on all notifications on my YouTube channel, as well as follow our Insta page, and please save my WhatsApp number. Otherwise, you may miss these updates. So here is my WhatsApp number, guys. Right now, I'll hand over the floor to Sham, who is our load runner and Dynatrace trainer. Sham, please go ahead. I'm stopping my screen share. Thanks, Sham.
Hey guys, you can hear me, right? Right.
And please kindly repeat it
Sure.
for recording purpose.
Sure. So guys, I've got 19 years of experience into performance testing, mostly into performance testing. I've touched base upon some related fields as well. In these 19 years, more than 9 years, I've actually spent in on-site, US and Canada. So I've been close to the clients. I've actually seen what they really want, what they would require out of the performance test engineers, what are their expectations, where are we lagging, where when we actually go for on-site interviews, most of the people, while especially experienced guys, right? Like 4 years, 5 years experienced guys, when they are actually taking interviews, what would happen is you would actually see that you have done pretty good in the face-to-face interviews, and then the company would actually call you for an on-site interview, and the moment the client joins in and the client starts talking, that's it. You start failing. You don't get through that particular interview very well. So what are their expectations? Where are we lagging? That is one good part that I would add to this particular training. I would actually try to give you good insights on what different expectations are, because I've worked with multiple clients. Even though I worked only in two client locations, I've been a consultant for multiple clients. So there are places wherein even though my name is not visible, I had my presence. Okay. Okay. Coming back to this particular training, Pawan should have already covered all the uh, performance testing basics, and I would actually take you forward with the load runner. All right. So I would actually complete the load runner, and I would also cover the Dynatrace, and we would actually go ahead. Okay. So before we actually jump into load runner and load runner architecture, how many of you have actually covered performance testing basics with Pawan?
Yeah, most of them attended, PT fundamental concepts for the last 10 days.
Okay, perfect. So if most of them have attended, that's great. But guys, if some of you have actually not covered and you have some question or anything like that, please feel free to stop me. Please feel free to ask me that particular question. All right. So that is point number one that I want to say. The point number two. I've heard consistently that sometimes my language could be a little you know too refined, and there might be people who might actually not be getting, especially people freshers who do not have experience might actually having some problems following me. So please stop me. Please ask me if you are not following me. All right. I can actually repeat that in Telugu. Please don't ask me to repeat it in Hindi. I can't do that. Okay. I can repeat that in Telugu. I can actually give you a little more explanation over that. Okay. And we can actually find our pace. With every batch we find our pace, right? Like uh, uh, some batches might actually consist of more of experienced guys, some batches might actually consist of less of experienced guys. So we need to find our pace. We need to figure out what exactly is going on, how many people are experienced, and we need to balance it out. So we'll try to figure that out. Okay. So please keep giving me feedback. At least for the first few days I need the feedback in order to understand where we are, so that we'll actually be able to go forward. The third thing is I would actually send out a questionnaire, maybe in a couple of days once we actually have confirmed participants. Pawan, is it today or tomorrow that we are closing this batch registrations?
But today, till EOD, like, we will, by EOD, I am planning to close the enrollment.
Right. Okay. So once we have the confirmed batch enrollments, Pawan and either Pawan or me would actually send out a questionnaire in order to understand, what your educational background is, what your experience is, and what are your expectations. We'll actually try to include all this in this particular questionnaire, so that you would actually be able to we would actually be able to track how many people have got how much experience, and what are their expectations, where exactly we would actually be able to place them, and we would actually be able to have a track of all that. We are going to maintain that in the batch tracker sheet, so that we'll when there are opportunities that are coming in which matches your kind of experience, let's say you are freshers, where we got an opportunity wherein we have so many fresher requirements. So all those freshers automatically would actually be alerted. You would for a couple of days you would actually be trained for that particular interview, and we would actually try to push you on. Okay, so that is how we would actually try to take this forward. Any questions, guys?
No, sir.
Is everybody following me? Are there any issues?
No issues, sir.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Okay. So, give me a second, guys. Let me actually open the link that start recording and also share my screen. Let me know when everybody is able to see my screen, guys.
Yes, sir.
Still loading for me. Anyone able to see that? See his Sham's screen?
Sir,
Yeah,
no.
it's loading.
Yeah,
No,
it's still loading.
Loading.
Yes.
no, it is
Still loading, guys?
It's visible now.
Visible now? All right. All right, guys. Let me actually just give a little introduction to the LoadRunner, or for that matter, I'm sure Pawan has covered this in his introduction slides. But can somebody tell me why do we use any performance testing tool? Yes, guys.
To generate the load on the application and uh, to check the response times.
To generate the load on application and to check response times. Okay. So why do we need to use a tool? Obvious question, right? Why do I need to use a tool?
To measure the speed of the application.
Yes, I can do that manually, right?
To simulate so many users, millions of users, which is not possible manually.
Why not? So many people are without jobs. Hire all of them.
Yeah, but the synchronization will be a problem, right? Sending the request all at one go.
Open up a Teams meeting just like this and say, guys, all of you, now access the application now.
So that will still be a manual effort.
Mhm.
And, to simulate all of this from a single machine, it is a lot more cost effective.
Exactly, the cost effectiveness. Okay, so what would happen is when I have to hire a lot of people, and when I have to use them in order to do this particular performance testing, one, it is very, very difficult, right? It is very, very difficult, as you guys perfectly understand. It is if maybe hundreds of people we can manage, but when it goes to thousands, it would be very, very difficult in order to manage all these people, right? So that is point number one. Point number two, it is cost effective, right? So how much money are we going to spend in on managing all these particular people? It is very, very difficult. But then, guys, please understand, LoadRunner also has got a very, very costly license. Okay, the the cost of the license of LoadRunner is pretty high. Of course, it differs from company to company. If you are actually talking in from a very big company like probably say Bank of America, Citibank, or some big banks like that, in that case the LoadRunner might actually give them a little cheaper, because they would actually buy a lot more licenses and they would actually buy a lot more products from them, so they might actually give a little cheaper. But if you are going from a very startup kind of thing, they might actually quote a pretty big figure for you, right? So LoadRunner license is also a little bit costly, right? So what else are the benefits of using a tool? What is the benefit of using a LoadRunner instead of JMeter? Why are we going to train on LoadRunner rather than JMeter? Yes, guys.
Multiple other supports like plugins available is what I heard. Not sure.
Not exactly plugins, protocols.
Right.
Support to multiple protocols. What is a protocol? There might be a few things that I'm going to repeat whatever Pawan has already said, guys. Whatever Pawan has already gone through his sessions, there might be a few things that I might repeat for a couple of days, but then it is a good revision for everyone, right? And we'll find our pace, all right? And guys, this would be an interactive session. Probably today I might not be today and tomorrow I might not be concentrating, but after that I would actually be concentrating on who are actually interacting and who are not. All right, and I might actually point out from each one of you and ask you questions. All right, so please pay attention. Please don't think like, okay, I'll anyways get the recorded session, so I won't concentrate. But please pay attention. All right, and am I recording all this? Yes, I'm recording. Okay, so please pay attention. All right, yeah. Now coming back to my question, what is a protocol?
Set of rules.
Set of rules.
Set of rules,
Yeah.
especially in our case. What do you mean by protocol? So protocol is, yes, you are right, set of rules. In our case, what do you mean by protocol?
Communication between browser and server.
Perfect. Set of rules which would enable the communication between the browser and the server. All right. See, if I say something like application check, generate, response, on, load the 2 times. Did you understand anything? Yes,
No.
guys? No, right?
No.
But if I say to generate the load on the application to check the response times, now you understood something out of that sentence?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to see the same words I have used. Whatever the in that particular sentence, whatever the words are there, the same words I have used in both the instances. But then if I use it in a particular sequence, in a proper sequence, then you understood what is going on. But if I just use the words, if I just jumble the words around, then you won't be able to understand anything. Okay. So the server and the client, when they are actually communicating, there would be a set of rules that they would follow in order to understand each other. Okay, and that is called as protocols. And there are multiple protocols, guys. There is nothing that is set in stone, right? You don't need to follow the same protocol everywhere. Like probably for a VIP meeting, if the Donald Trump visits India, then probably there would be a different protocol that our Indians use, rather than when Narendra Modi visits US, there would be a different set of protocols that the US guys would use, isn't it? Everybody has their own protocol, right or wrong? Yes, guys.
Yes.
Okay. So what we would do is we would actually try to find out what are the protocols that are mostly used by most of the people, and we would actually try to train on that particular protocol. Okay, now we've let's say we have trained on one particular protocol. We know how the browser and server communicates, and we know how to test that particular communication, isn't it? Now, when we have learned that particular protocol and when we understood that, now you got a project or you got a job requirement on completely different protocol. What would you do? Again, come back to training. Sham sir, Pawan sir, you didn't teach me this protocol. Can you please teach me again? Again, come back to training like that.
No.
How many times would you train? And there are guys, trust me, I've got 19 years of experience, and fortunately mostly into LoadRunner. However, there are only a few protocols that I actually got a chance to work on. Okay, and there is absolutely no way that somebody would actually be able to work on every protocol. Not even the developers of the LoadRunner might actually know that, right? So how do we know that? How do we understand? This training is designed in a way that we would actually be able to understand what is how to actually go about other protocols when you have actually when you are actually facing other protocols. How do you actually go about that? Okay, we've also tried to keep that in mind. Is that clear? So you don't need to come back to the training. Yes, there would be some manual work. There would be some understanding period for you when you are dealing with a different protocol, but then you would actually be able to do that by yourself. Okay, is that clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is the protocol that we would actually get trained on? HTTP. Very good. We would actually get trained on the HTTP protocol, which is the mostly used protocol. Okay, I would say, guys, these days more than 70% of the projects are actually going on the HTTP protocol. Whatever the old protocols that were there, whatever previously people were using, all those when they're actually redesigning those projects, right, they're actually trying to use the HTTP protocol. And we've also got pretty good security measures on that. And okay, somebody is trying to do something on this. Please don't. Okay, they're trying to annotate or something. Please don't do that. All right.
Okay, you can disable annotations, Jam. Let me do that.
Yeah, please do that. All right. So
And I had moved one participant to waiting room. So that is someone not a genuine inquiry.
okay, got it.
Because I got to know that they shared their Zoom meeting invite, their own Zoom meeting invite. Sheetal, I think. Yeah.
Okay,
I had pushed them to the waiting room.
got it. Yeah. Please give me their full name so that from tomorrow on I also won't allow them.
Sheetal Kumar. Guys, rest of all guys, can you please ping me on WhatsApp once we have to? I need to make sure that we don't have any anonymous guys in the meeting, or some people are joining from other training institutes and doing their marketing in the WhatsApp group. If you receive any any marketing messages from from unknown persons, so you'll receive only from me, from our side. Okay, so if you are receiving any any like promotional messages from other training institutes, so please do let us know.
Thank you, yes. Okay.
Sham, there should be an option to disable annotations by the participants. I'm
Right.
quickly exploring it. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, actually I got it. I just did that.
Thank you. Yeah,
perfect. Okay, all right, guys. So yes, so there are several security protocols that are associated with this HTTP, and LoadRunner also supports all that particular security protocols as well. So when the application is being built, when they are actually building in a very, very secured manner, when they are utilizing all the latest security protocols, still our load runner would actually be able to support. So there is no worry of security. There is, our load runner is supporting all the latest protocols, and the load runner is also supporting especially the major protocol that is, being used, the HTTP, HTML. And guys, why do we use load runner rather than this particular JMeter or any open source tools?
Interface is user friendly.
Interface is user friendly. Very good.
Supports the multiple protocols.
Supports to multiple protocols that we've already discussed.
Efficiency.
Support from the company is available for any issues because it's licensed.
Exactly. There is support from the company. Who presently owns LoadRunner?
OpenText.
OpenText.
Yes, OpenText. Okay, so OpenText presently owns the LoadRunner. Okay, Mercury was the primary developer of LoadRunner. After that, it was sold out to HP. After that, it was sold out to Micro Focus. After that, it was sold out to OpenText. So many companies, companies changed hands, and right now it is under OpenText. All right, so we have support from the OpenText. Right, we have support from the OpenText. Now let's say you are not able to record something, you are not able to get some proper report or something like that. Then if you have license, if you are not this particular community license, guys, if you have an actual commercial license and you actually open a ticket to the LoadRunner, within 24 hours you would actually receive a call from the OpenText asking what exactly is the issue. Obviously you would you would report all that particular issue in the ticket. So there might already be some other people who have actually faced that particular issue, and what would happen is immediately they would actually give you the hotfix or something that would actually be able to fix that particular issue. Okay, usually they call them as hotfixes. Okay, they would immediately give that particular hotfix in order to fix that particular issue, in order to resolve your issue. It will be very, very fast. And let's say there is a rare scenario wherein you are the first person who actually faced that particular issue. In that case, within 24 hours, the LoadRunner engineers would actually jump on a call with you. They would actually try to find out what exactly is the issue. And once they find out what the issue is, they would actually try to start developing, and they would actually try to give the resolution as soon as possible. Guys, trust me, they're really fast, really fast. Like, I've seen resolutions within just a couple of days. Okay, and it is like, now the moment you raise the issue, it is like it is their issue, it is not your issue, it is their issue, and they would be they would be on back of you in order to close that particular issue. They would work in shifts, like 24/7 they will be working on it, and they'll actually try to resolve the issue very fast. Okay, the open source tools does not provide that kind of comfort. All right, so what would happen is, especially the big companies, right, like the Bank of America, the Citibank, the United Health Group, these kind of big companies, the license fee for them is very less. They don't care about the license fee. They have got billions of dollars, if not trillions of dollars in profits. So the license for them, the license cost for the LoadRunner for them is very pocket change kind of thing. All right, so they don't care about utilizing this particular money in order to buy these licenses, so that they would have the comfort of performance testing their applications and having the support when needed easily. Get my point? Yes, guys.
Yes, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
So I'm leaving the meeting. I have to move to Amit classroom.
Sure.
I need to
Thanks.
start to Amit classroom. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Pawan, sorry, Pawan. Pawan, what about people who want to come to offline in Amirpet? We can't come there within half an hour, right?
I'll start at 10:15.
Okay, cool.
And this session will be done by 9:30 in another 5 minutes.
Yeah, sure. Thank you,
Okay.
Pawan.
All right, guys. Okay, I didn't realize the time. I was actually going very, very slow. But I'll pick up the case from pace from tomorrow, guys. All right. Today, Pawan has actually taken half the session, and I'm taking only the remaining half, right? So it's going a little bit slow. But from tomorrow on, I'll pick up the pace, and probably will actually do this much faster. But guys, please feel free to let me know when you are actually having an issue, when you are not able to understand, when I'm going too fast, too slow, let me know. All right. If you feel that, even if you feel that it is going too slow, ping me separately on the WhatsApp. Tell me that you find that session to be going too slow, so that we can actually try to see if there are too many people feeling like that. Then I can pick up the pace. I would love to pick up the pace. All right. But
Yeah.
that doesn't
Thank you.
mean the other people should suffer. So I would actually try to see how many people are actually like that. Is that clear?
Yes.
All right, guys. So the support from the company is another thing that is going to be very, very good according to this. Okay, guys, give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. That was I just got a call from Pawan, so I'm sorry. Yeah. Uh, where were we? Yeah, so the support from the company is one big thing. And guys, big companies, when they are actually trying to do this particular projects, they would actually they would be happy to spend that particular money on the licenses. See, it's as simple as this, guys. See, let's say you are a loaded guy, you have a lot of money, and you want some work to be done in your house. All right. Let's say daily work. Let's not get complicated, right? A daily work. So what would you do? You would actually hire a maid, isn't it? You would actually hire a maid. You want tasty food every day. What would you do? You would hire a cook, isn't it? Now, if you are not so loaded, what would you do? Hire a cook. If you don't like that, whatever the cook has cooked, then what would you do? You would give the feedback. Dude, this is not good. I don't like it. And the cook would actually try to adjust his or her style in order to favor your taste, isn't it? But if you have to do it all by yourself, you would actually have to try and experiment that, isn't it? Yes, guys. Okay. So when you have money, all this doesn't matter. Okay. And these big companies, guys, they all have so much money. Don't worry about it. Okay. Now, guys, still, there might be some people who might actually be thinking, okay, how many big companies are there? There might be only a few, right? But small companies, so many, isn't it? So it is easier. Maybe it is easier to get a job in the open source tools rather than this licensed tools, which only the big companies can afford, right? So what would be the answer to that? Guys, think about it. These big companies, how many projects will they be running? The LinkedIn, just look at your job portals, Naukri and all. How many number of advertisements are there for LoadRunner? How many advertisements are there for JMeter? You would find that there are more number of advertisements for JMeter. But then the number of positions in each advertisement for LoadRunner would be much higher. If you compare the number of positions, you would actually find that the LoadRunner might actually be having more number of positions. Why? Because these big companies, if they're running one project, they would be running bigger projects which needs more people. But the smaller companies, they would actually run with only very, very less number of people. Small projects, less number of people. So the number of advertisements would be more because there are so many companies. But then there would be only 1 or 2 positions per advertisement. Is that clear? Yes, guys. So I'm not saying that you need to ignore JMeter and learn only LoadRunner. What I'm trying to say is learn both of them. Okay, because you never know when you would actually get an opportunity with whom. All right, at least learn these 2 tools, which would actually give you a better edge. Okay, there was a time when when Pawan has just completed the JMeter session, and I have started my LoadRunner session. We were not doing it parallelly; we were doing it sequentially at the time. And Pawan has just completed the JMeter session. I've just started my LoadRunner session, and we had a huge requirement, like 7 positions, which requires LoadRunner expertise, and we didn't have a single person at that time. All the older batch students either were placed or either were gone into some other opportunities. Now there were only a few some 10 or 15 profiles left with us, which we had to provide them for 7 positions. Obviously they would be picky, right? They if we provide some 15 profiles, they might actually pick only 3 or 4 out of them. But if you need the job, you need to actually have both the tools under your belt. Is that clear, guys? Yes, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You never know which particular opportunity would come up when, and you need to be prepared for that. And I would suggest please be prepared for both of them. If not, it might actually become a little difficult. Okay. See, it's all luck, right? So sometimes you have learned LoadRunner and we just got an opportunity on the LoadRunner and you got placed. Great. But think about it. Are you so lucky? Okay. So, if not, we have to do our hard work. Okay. Luck always favors people who actually does the hard work. All right. So I would suggest learn both of the tools so that you would actually be able to, you would have more luck in your favor. All right. Anyways, coming back to the LoadRunner, the reason why we use this particular licensed tool is especially because we have this particular support from the company. There is a very good support from the company, guys. They would actually be on your back in order to get the issue resolved. There will be I have worked with one particular case wherein I was for 3 days I was on call with them for around 15 hours. See, 3 days is like 8 hours each day, right? That is 24 hours. In the 24 hours, I was on call with them for 15 hours. There were so many people coming in, and they're actually trying to communicate. They're actually trying to ask me a lot of questions on why, what the problem is, and they within 3 days they actually gave the solution to me. Okay, so there is a very good support from the company, guys. Okay, all right. So this is why we would actually prefer to use the LoadRunner, and this is why bigger companies prefer to use the licensed tools rather than the open source tools. See, for example, if had I faced the same issue in JMeter, what would have happened? I'm on my own. Nobody will support me. Right, I would actually post that particular issues in some of the support boards, and somebody who actually might have faced that particular issue might observe my language, might actually respond. There is no guarantee. It is not like I'm saying they will respond, they might respond. Okay, so there is absolutely no guarantee in the open source tools, but when it comes to licensed tools, it is the you know it is their duty in order to complete that particular ticket. Okay, so they would actually respond very, very fast. Clear, guys?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Sure.
Yeah, I know I'm running a little bit over, guys, but what we will do is we will actually I don't want to leave this particular session without at least covering what are the different components of load runner. I will tease you with what are the different components of load runner today, and tomorrow when we start we will actually try to find out what exactly each of that particular component means. Okay, there are 4 different components of load runner, guys. Okay, what are those 4 different components? Anybody?
Vusion.
Virtual user
Vusion.
generator, which is very famously known as Vusion.
Controller,
Controller,
analysis,
load generator, which is very famously known as LG. And the last and final component is analysis tool. Okay, so these are the 4 different components of load runner. What exactly each of this particular component does, and what how it would do, we would actually start discussion on that tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow, guys, we'll actually complete the architecture of load runner on what each of this particular component does, and if possible, I'm not sure, but within 1 hour if we'll be able to complete that, but if possible we'll actually be able to shift into the first component. We'll actually shift our discussion into the first component as well. Okay, is that clear, guys? Yeah, and today I did not use the PPT very much. I just want to get familiarized with the PPT. It's been a minute since I've actually used that particular PPT, so I didn't use that particular PPT. But tomorrow we'll also go through the PPT, what exactly is in there, and we'll try to figure out if we are missing out on anything that we are supposed to do. All right. All right, guys. Before we close, do you guys have any questions?
hi Shyam, my name is Shekhar. So we need to buy a license for practice purpose.
No. What LoadRunner has done is initially, LoadRunner was like, closed. Like, they didn't give out any licenses for the practice purpose and all. And, we used to bring in some fake licenses and all that stuff, all that crazy stuff. But now what LoadRunner has done is they've actually brought in something called as community edition. Okay, so we'll actually download this particular community edition, and we'll actually install the community edition. So what is the benefit of the community edition? They would actually give free license, 50 users free license for this for practice purpose. You can't use it commercially, but you would actually be able to use it for practice purpose. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, and guys, there are a lot of small companies which are actually using this a particular community license for their testing, because we would say it is only 50 users, but trust me, guys, there are ways in order to put in more load with only 50 users license. We will actually discuss all that, how to put more load with less number of licenses. We'll actually discuss it while the course is going on, and how to put the more load. So there are a lot of companies which would actually have very, very less user base, right? And for them, as well as a little more than 50 users as well, they would actually be able to put this particular load through this particular load runner, and that we would actually they would actually be able to do it. And load runner is providing free licenses for them. Why? Because when the company grows, what would happen when the company grows? They would obviously, once they have the enough budget in order to buy the licenses, they would actually want to buy the licenses, right? So they're actually trying to ensure that we get used to that particular tool. Okay, just like whatever all this particular Uber and all these guys are doing, right? Uber, Amazon, the big basket, they're losing money. but then they're still giving very, very good offers to us. Why? Because we have to get used to that, and once we are getting used to that, then what would happen? We don't have a
No,
choice, but we would use it. See, remember the ATM cards in the starting? I'm pretty old. Maybe you guys have you have been born while the ATM cards were initially given out. But initially, guys, if you remember, ask your parents or ask your uncles and aunts. Initially, when the ATM cards were given out, they were given out for free, no charge. But today, what does the ATM card and the debit cards cost? They're actually debiting like 300 400 rupees per per quarter. I don't even know how much they're debiting. I have like some for my whole family there are some like 6 or 7 accounts, and we are paying at least 2 to 3,000 rupees per quarter, 2 to 3,000 rupees for the banks just to maintain that particular debit cards. And the sad part is we don't even use those debit cards. Everything is online transactions now, right? We don't even use those debit cards. We, just for safe side, we are keeping those debit cards, and we are paying, 3 to 4,000 rupees per quarter just for maintaining those. See how they got us used to that particular debit cards. Initially, when we had that particular debit cards, we used to use that extensively, and it was free. Now we are not using it at all, but then we are paying. Think about it. Okay, all these other things which you are actually getting it for free, or which you are actually getting it for very, very less cost, while the company is losing money, it is because they want to get used to that particular comfort, and once you get used to that comfort, then they would start charging you. Okay, so that is exactly what the LoadRunner also is trying to do. Initially, they had a nice thing going on, but then with all this particular open source tools coming in and eating it to its market, now LoadRunner also started giving it out for free, but then slowly they would actually start charging for it, and they would actually start making money. Got it?
yes, sir.
Yes.
Shekhar, did I answer your question?
Yes, I got it.
Guys, this session has to be very, very interactive. From tomorrow on, please put your videos as well on, guys. I want to actually see that you guys are concentrating. I don't want people to just put the session on and go away. We've had this particular experiences, guys. The people put the session on, go away, and then they think that they would actually go through the recording session, but then, guys, nobody would actually go through the recording session. Trust me. Okay, you have to the reason why you are paying so much money is because you want a live session, and please ensure that you actually spend some time with this particular live session. And guys, please ensure that after the session is complete, you would actually be able to spend at least 2 more hours in order to do the practice. Minimum 2 hours. Dedicate that particular time, guys. If you cannot spend 2 hours after the session, guys, I'm telling you very, very openly, most of you should not have paid the fees, but I'm telling you very, very openly, you are wasting your money. You are wasting your time and money. Okay, because guys, if you cannot spend 2 hours, if you cannot practice every day, then what would happen is you would start forgetting it, and you would start losing it, and you would feel like you did not get any value out of the session. Okay, so please ensure that you would actually be able to spend at least 2 hours after this particular session for practice, and only then sign up for this particular session. Okay, because guys, we are offering 100% placement assistance. What does that mean? That does not mean that everybody who attends this session would actually get the placement, guys. That means that you have to actually concentrate, you have to actually practice, you have to actually pass through the tests that we actually give you. Okay, there are several scripting tests, there are several performance testing fundamental tests that we would actually give you. You would actually have to pass through that particular tests. Only then we would actually consider you a full-time course complete. Only then that particular 100% placement distance would come into picture. Okay, so if you are actually saying that, yeah, I did complete my course, but then if I ask you one simple question and you are not able to answer it, then what is the use? Right? So please guys, please ensure that you attend properly. Please ensure that you sit in front of the system, concentrate on what I'm asking. And if I would be scrolling through your videos, and if I find that somebody is not concentrating, maybe I would just ask a simple question in order to nudge you into listening. All right? Yes, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Am I boring you? Am I people are I'm hearing slightly sleepy voices.
Not like that, sir.
Nothing like that.
Will this session be held in offline, or is it only entirely online?
This is entirely online. I'm sorry.
Okay.
The LoadRunner, I am not able to travel to Amirpet. So, initially I used to do that. I used to come to the class and I used to give that particular sessions. But then I live a little bit far, and it is actually taking me like, more than the session time I'm spending in the traveling. And, you know, uh, it has come to a situation wherein I felt it's not worth it.
Yeah, that's thank you.
Instead of this sessions, we will cover interview questions also.
Yes, we would actually give you the training, a little bit of training on how to go to the interviews. What are the different questions that you that are being asked in the interviews? We would actually do some mock interviews so that you would actually be able to understand how this how the interviews would go on. In fact, in the YouTube channel that Pawan has shared, right, you would actually be able to find some mock interviews that is open to everyone. You can actually find that particular mock interviews. You can go through that particular video. There are a few mock interviews that have been shared. Okay, we've recorded those, and we've with the students permission, we've actually shared it across the YouTube. All right, so you would actually be able to go through that. Okay, and you can also have those kind of mock interviews, and so that you would actually be trained. Now, how would the mock interviews go? A couple of interviews we would actually have it by ourselves, like me and Pawan would actually do it, and a few interviews we would actually get it done by some of our friends. Okay, so see, we know what we have covered, right? So we might actually be asking only in what we have covered, but our friends do not really know what exactly that we have covered, right? So they might actually ask here and there, like they would do in their own proper interviews, isn't it? So when they actually do that, if you are not able to answer a few questions, you would actually know, okay, this is the part wherein you are not able to answer, and you would actually try to figure out if there is lagging in the training, or if it is something like a new concept that is being asked in the market and we would have to include that in the training, or maybe you didn't concentrate that in that particular part. So you can go back to the recording sessions. We are sharing all the recording sessions, right? So you can go back to the recording sessions and you can actually try to concentrate on that particular part. Okay. So this is one good thing about this particular training, guys. We would actually give you this particular batch tracker, which is open to everyone. So you would actually be able to go into that particular batch tracker. You would actually be able to see what are the concepts that are covered every day, whether you have we are taking attendance every day. Why? Because nobody can, it is pretty open. Nobody can claim that, okay, you know what, I did attend that particular session, and we don't know what it is. It is open to everyone. We will put all the attendees over there. We'll put what are the concepts that have been covered. So if, let's say, today I have actually put in something like, okay, you know what, I'm actually covering LoadRunner architecture. I've completed the LoadRunner architecture, but did I really complete the LoadRunner architecture? I just told you what are the 4 different components. I didn't really cover the LoadRunner architecture, right? So you can come back and question me, Sham, you said you covered LoadRunner architecture, but that is not the case. You are still supposed to tell us what each of this particular component does. and it would take some time. So how come you can say that you have completed the load runner architecture? You can always come back and question me. That way, this is pretty open to everyone. This is a pretty democratic process. Okay.
Yes.
And nobody can say that this particular topic is not covered, because everything that has been covered is tracked in the batch tracker. Okay, so if somebody says that you have not covered this, we can always go back to the batch tracker, and if it is not covered, yeah, it is not covered. So take another session. All right.
Yes, sure, sir. And one thing, actually, load runner, we need to learn C language or JavaScript.
Good question. So LoadRunner is primarily it actually supports two languages, the C and the Java. Okay, but then guys, most of the times, 99% of the times, LoadRunner is being used in the C language. Okay, so a lot of people would actually try to use a LoadRunner in the C language. So does that mean that you need to completely know the C language? No, not really. Whatever the functions, whatever the things that you need to know in the C language, that would automatically be covered in the session. But if you already know the C language, that would give you a little edge, not great, but it would give you a little edge while you are learning. Okay, maybe the practice time might actually go down from 2 hours to 1.5 hours. That's it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But guys, please remember, I'm telling you very openly, do not blame me afterwards. I'm telling you very openly, if you cannot commit 2 hours for practice after the session is completed, it would be difficult for you to complete the course. Do not think that I would actually, look at the recording sessions. Once the course is completed, when I really need it, I would actually, look at the recording sessions, and then I would learn it. That is not going to happen, guys. I've seen this practically for so many students. I've got like, around 6 years of training experience. Okay, not only with Pawan, not only with MGMITtraining, I've also trained in other institutes. So I've got around 6 years of training experience, and trust me, nobody would actually go through that particular recording sessions again. There are very, very less percentage of people who would actually go through the recording sessions, and you would feel like you've spent a lot of time and money on completing the course, but then you have not gained anything out of it. Not only for this load runner, guys, this is common across any tool that you are actually trying to learn. If you are actually trying to learn anything, ensure that once the class is over, you have at least 2 to 3 hours of practice time. If you can dedicate that particular time, only then sign up to that course. Any course, not only load runner, JMeter, load runner, JMeter, automation testing, SAP, ABAP, whatever, any kind of course that you are actually trying to do, ensure that you have enough time to practice. Otherwise, it's a waste of your time and money. Okay. All right,
Sure,
guys.
sir.
Yeah, please go on.
Nothing, sir, just saying.
Yeah, let's wrap this up, because some people might actually be traveling to Amirpet in order to listen to the JMeter session. So any other questions, guys? I want to wrap this up in the next 4 minutes.
Sir, can you please speak in Telugu once? We want to listen how you can speak in Telugu.
యా, తెలుగు నాకు బాగానే వచ్చు. నా మదర్ టంగ్ తెలుగునే. సో తెలుగు నాకు బాగానే వచ్చు.
Okay.
నేను తెలుగులో కూడా చెప్తాను. మీకు అర్థం కాని విషయం ఏదైనా ఉంటే తెలుగులో అడగండి, నేను తెలుగులో కూడా చెప్తాను. ఓకే. కాకపోతే దెర్ మైట్ బి సమ్ పీపుల్ హూ మైట్ నాట్ నో తెలుగు. కొంతమంది హిందీ వాళ్ళు కూడా ఉంటారు కదా. సో వాళ్ళకి తెలుగు అసలు రాదు. ఇప్పుడు నేను తెలుగులో చెప్పడం మొదలు పెడితే నేను ఏదో తెలుగు వాళ్ళ కోసం స్పెషల్గా చెప్పినట్టు ఉంటుంది, రైట్? సో ఆ ఫీలింగ్ రాకూడదని మోస్ట్లీ ఇంగ్లీష్లో మాట్లాడతాం. ఓకే, బట్ ఏదైనా అర్థం కాకపోతే మాత్రం తెలుగులో చెప్తాను. ఓకే, ఫీల్ ఫ్రీ టు ఆస్క్ మీ. మీరు ఎంత ఇంటరాక్ట్ అయితే మనకు అంత బెనిఫిట్. ఓకే, ఒక 2 రోజులు కోర్స్ కంప్లీట్ అవ్వడం లేట్ అవ్వచ్చు. It might be a couple of days late in order to complete the course when the interaction is more, because as the interaction increases, obviously I would spend more time in explaining one particular concept or something, right? Like that, right? But that is worth it, guys. Please remember that is worth it. Okay.
So how many days this will go on? Like load runner, how long will it take?
So normally, guys, the performance testing fundamentals, it would actually take for around 15 days. The load runner, it would because that is the main part of the course, that would actually take like 1.5 to 2 months. And after that, we would actually cover the Dynatrace, which would take another couple of weeks. And we would also cover the performance testing interview questions and all, which would take another week. Okay. In overall, we would actually try to complete this particular course within 3 months. 2 to 3 months, depending upon the kind of interaction that we are going to have. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So this course has already started before 15 days, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's
So
started on February 7th.
sorry.
From February
started
17 onwards, it started.
Right. So already some 2 or 3 weeks of classes have been completed. So I'm taking over for the load runner, and once this particular thing is complete, we'll actually go through the Dynatrace, and we'll actually complete that. And guys, yes, that reminds me. Please, guys, everybody, complete the registration today, and the moment you complete the registration, schedule some time with me or Pawan in order to complete the load runner installation on your machines. Okay. It has to be complete within the next couple of days. Okay. As I said, guys, you have to practice at least 2 hours after the session. Okay. So if you don't practice, it is waste of time. So how do you practice unless without having the tool on your machine, right? So please ensure that you once you pay the fees, please ensure that you actually schedule some time in order to install load runner on your machine. If you are actually going to the Amirpet session, Pawan would install it right over there. If you are actually trying to do it online, then we would actually have to spend some time. Okay. Some scheduled time, so that we don't miss it. Okay. Clear, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that is another thing that we would do. We would actually help you install the load runner, and we'll also help you install some sample applications on your machines, so that it would be easier for you in order to practice. Okay.
Yes.
Any other questions, guys? Yeah, we've taken a few extra minutes. From tomorrow on, we'll try to stick to the timings. Of course, obviously, it will take a few extra minutes. But guys, please, whoever are actually trying to travel to the JMeter session, please give me a cutoff time, so that I'll try to stick to that. Okay. Or maybe you can start attending the session right over there in the institute. I believe the institute would be open early in the morning, so you can go sit over there and you can actually start listening to the session, connecting from the institute itself. Okay. We'll figure that out. I'll let you know tomorrow. All right, guys, any questions? There is some chat message which I didn't see. Okay, doesn't seem important. Rajesh Gaud said web communication. I don't know what. Okay, maybe he answered some of my question. All right. All right, guys. Any questions? Let me actually pause the recording.